Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stargrinding with Remblob. We got like a good amount of stuff to talk about, dude. I'm so annoyed. It's currently 12:28 in the morning. Um, we're doing another late night episode, I guess. It's I hate. I shouldn't be doing this to myself, dude. I came home. I had a very nice dinner with the family, which I'll get into in today's episode. But I also got I got home from this wonderful dinner, and then I just like watched YouTube like for 2 hours. Like, what am I doing, bro? And then, like once it was like getting to midnight, I was like, okay, I should go to sleep. I put on a video, try to go to sleep. I'm wide awake. It's like, dude, what I even do? What do I even spend the last 2 hours doing? I'm annoyed with myself right now. I'm sorry. But like, it's just something you gotta deal with sometimes. I also have a headache, honestly. I have a headache. I might have to take my headphones off and just not listen to the music while playing. But, dude, what the fuck is this, dude? This song will not help me with my headache, dude. But, yeah, dude, I still am in my self-respect arc. I still want to be in my self-respect arc. But, dude, my ass has not been... I've been lacking recently. Ooh. I really have been lacking recently, to be honest with you. And, like, it's not so bad. It's just that, like, instead of recording content and, like, doing stuff that I actually enjoy, I'm just, like, being a degen and watching YouTube for, like, hours. Which is fine some days, but, like... What an awful song. I'm a hater right now. I'm in a bad mood. But yeah, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. I should probably like actually set a goal to like limit my social media consumption, or just like my phone consumption in general. Cause like there's a there's a this is another podcast bit that I'm stealing, but it's the idea that your phone is either a JB or a JT, being a joy bringer or a joy taker. And recently, I gotta be honest, it's been a joy taker, man. I'm just like not doing the stuff that I truly enjoy right now, and instead just like going on my phone and like watching YouTube. And it's like, it's YouTube shorts too sometimes, which is even worse. Most of the time it's just like VTuber clips or like random video essays that I get recommended and like retain nothing from. But yeah, just sometimes I just like get into a shorts hole and it's just like, ugh, I hate it. And like, I'm in my self-respect arc, so it's like, you know what? It's fine. Just like, don't do it again. But then I keep doing it again. So it's like finding the balance between not being toxic to yourself, finding like the balance of not being like toxic in a positive way to yourself, but also not being toxic in a negative way to yourself. Like, not beating yourself up too much for like mistakes that you make, but not like being too soft on yourself too. And that's actually pretty hard balance to achieve with yourself, especially if you're like, I don't know how to say. I should probably like expand my vocabulary. But anyways, yeah, it's like hard to find the balance. But you know what? I'm still learning. But like I'm you know what? I'm not. I'm mad. I'm kind of mad at myself for what I've been spending my time doing lately. I mean, it's not all bad. Like, I've been driving. That's been really fun. And also, like, some of my cousins came over from the mainland to visit. And so I've been spending time with them. Which is like, yeah, that's valid, you know what I mean? So like, it's not like my day is just watching YouTube and like running my brain like that. But like, still it's still like not good. I'd rather like spend that time to learn French, or I don't know, record videos, because I haven't been lately. And it's partly because of my degen actions as of late, but also because of, I don't know, I'm just not in the mood. Part of it is because I fucking hate Jacob and Esau right now, so I don't want to play Isaac. But an Isaac video came out yesterday. I did the delete this challenge. Sorry for spoiling if you're viewing this out of order. And you also care about Isaac, which is like one person. As it always is one person. Mostly one person, but yeah, I don't know. But I got the itch to like get off my ass and like record some stuff today. And I did. I mean, it was only the Isaac video, but it turned out well. I really enjoyed actually recording that video. So very cool. Crossed 8,000 stars. Oh my god. It's like the second time I've crossed 8,000 stars. But whatever. But yeah, the cousins came over like at the end of August. They've just been like chilling at my grandma's house. So we just like walk over, like talked. Today we had dinner with like the whole family, like the normal unit, family unit plus grandma and grandpa plus cousins plus like aunties and uncles and everything like that. Everything like that. It's just like your typical like family dinner stuff. Had some very nice steak, fried rice, chicken wings. Very healthy dinner. I had some corn. That counts for something, surely. Corn isn't even that healthy for you, I don't think. And I put like butter on it too, so like it's also not very healthy for me in that way. All the nutrition got canceled out by the butter and salt that I put on it. But we also had some potato salad, which, if you know what that is, it's like covered in mayo and so yeah, not exactly the most nutritious dinner of all time, but it was tasty. It was very tasty. But yeah, cousins are very cool, very epic. Very much look forward to seeing them. Because I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but like another, like one of my cousins and like one of my auntie and uncles visited earlier in the summer. They were here like early August, like mid-August, I think. So it's just been nice to like catch up with family, see how everyone's doing, what everyone's up to, and it feels nice to actually be up to something. Be in my driver's arc, which is actually coming to a close. I'm going to take the driver's test this week. There's actually a chance that by the time this video goes public, I will have taken the test already. It's that soon, but I feel pretty good about being able to pass. Today I drove all the way down to my hometown, which is like my like hometown that I like grew up in. I grew up in the city too, but it's basically like the city is on like the south coast of the island, and where my hometown was like in the middle of the island. And so I was able to drive all the way there, use the freeway, was able to like merge, change lanes, do all that stuff, do all that freeway stuff, and like follow my dad's directions to navigate us correctly. And like honestly, I don't want to like gas myself up too much, but I'm kind of sick on the wheel, dude. I'm kind of sick behind the wheel. I'm not like amazing. I'm probably like good. I'm probably like a good driver, you know what I mean? Which is like I would hope to be when I'm about to take the test. But yeah, driving's been fun. I'm a little nervous about the test, but I think I'll do fine. Because supposedly where I'm going to take the test, it's really easy and the instructors are nice. So it shouldn't be that bad. And then I'll have my license when I go to Oregon, which is very cool. But yeah. Oh my god, I'm dying. I am, like, despite, I know I said I'm like wide awake right now, but I am still kind of tired. I mean, I ate like a big ass dinner, so of course I'm gonna be a little bit tired. But food coma stuff, bro. But oh my god, this is sensory overload. I can't handle this at 1 in the morning. But hopefully this serves as like the Isaac video I recorded today, or I guess yesterday technically, is like a nice soft resurgence of the channel after, like, I've actually only been not uploading for 5 days, but it feels like so much longer for some reason. It's just because I've been just doing nothing. I've been a lump on a log for 5 days. But hopefully up until the date that I move, I'm able to do some content. Probably not Terraria though. I'll still record Terraria. I actually just did a thing where my brain was way ahead of where my mouth was. So dude, I need a reset. Okay. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make the most out of the time I have left. Through like making Terraria and like Isaac and Stargrindings. But for when I move, I might have like a little bit of like a backlog of stuff, because there's actually a lot of Stargrinding stuff that I just haven't talked about yet. Like, I still haven't made a Breaking Bad episode or a Barbenheimer episode, or like talked about more like college adventures and stuff. Like there's a bunch of like backlog of stories that I can talk about that I just haven't yet, because I prefer talking about recent stuff, get that out of the way, and then if I have nothing going on, then I can like go back and pull stuff out of the Mind Palace that occurred like a couple months ago. But speaking of major things that happened a couple months ago, because family has been visiting often, I've had to tell the story, the wonderful story that I detailed in the worst day of my life episode. and it's it's a fun story to tell, but it this is gonna sound kind of bad, but I get kind of annoyed sometimes because it's like I tell the story and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's insane that that happened to you. I'm glad you're okay." All that stuff, yada yada. And then it's like it's mostly like my mom and my grandma have said like, "Oh, dude, sometimes I just like lie in bed and I think of what happened to you, and I'm like, and they like gets freaked out and they can't sleep." I'm like, "Oh my god." I feel bad, dude. But like, I'm okay. I'm okay. But there's also the part of me that's like, bro, I'm the one that went through it. It's like, and then I've realized this before. I was like, you lose sleep over this, dude. I'm the one that went through it. And they're like, yeah, but you're just a teenager. I'm like, bro, I still went through it. I have trauma. I have trauma, man. I don't know if I talked about this, but like, this was still spring break. I was traveling with another group of friends, and we went to like a waterfall, like hiking trail, and as we're like driving up to it, I started seeing snow, and like I remember I actually got like anxious. I actually got anxious, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I actually started like getting nervous. Like my hands were getting sweaty. I got some trauma, man. But I was fine. Stepping in snow felt like stepping in snow and feeling like the feet sink a little bit was like it brought back memories of suffering and pain. But I don't think I'm afraid of snow anymore. But if I ever, I don't know, if I ever get into a situation where like a similar thing happens where I have to hike in deep snow, then I don't know what'll happen. I truly do not know what will happen. Because I would, dude, don't tell my parent. I'm not. I'm gonna keep this secret from my parents, but I kind of wanna do a Mount Defiance rematch, like around the same time where it'll have snow and stuff, and of course we'll be actually prepared this time. But yeah, I don't know what'll happen. I'd be interested to see what will happen. Cause like I'm kind of a psycho. Part of me is like, oh my god, that it'd be interesting to see if I get like a panic attack or something. Like what kind of response I'll have from feeling like my leg completely sink into the snow again. But yeah, fun times. Fun times. It's a fun story to tell though. Whenever I reference it, it's like easy humor, dude. It's like I've already gotten a lot of mileage from joking about it. The whole thing. Like when I was moving out, like we were talking about like my jacket, and my parents were like, "Is that enough for you? Do you want like something else warmer?" I was like, "I mean, it was enough for me on the mountain." And then it also generates the banter of like, that was not enough for you on the mountain, bro. It's just it's so easy. It's so easy. Dude, I get it now. I get why comedians are so funny now. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun catching up with people. And speaking of catching up with people, we since like I'm going to have my own apartment next school year with one of my friends from high school. We've been talking, and I wonder what this level's a reference to. Anyway, we're just talking about like, okay, how are we gonna set up like the Wi-Fi and like the electric stuff and everything, which I don't know. We might. Dude, I'm moving in like 2 weeks and I don't really know this stuff still, but like setting up Wi-Fi and electricity plans and like rent stuff and everything, and then we just like got into the conversation of just like reminiscing and like catching up. Look, I haven't really talked to him that much, like during the summer. It's just more been my college friends and like my online friends. But like, I mean, I'm gonna be talking to him like every day once I'm living with him. But yeah, it's kind of getting older is kind of sad, dude. Like, just like thinking about the past and just like how I guess I can get into it, honestly. I've hinted, not hinted, I've just like outright said this before, but just haven't really gone into detail that much. But like my old friend group from middle school / high school, we kind of split up and we kind of had a falling out. And I was like the center of it too. It's not like people were fighting over me or something, but it was more like because of COVID and because I was just like getting into streaming and meeting new people, we would usually like do calls regularly, and just I wasn't showing up as much, so I kind of ditched. And it is kind of my fault. But yeah, like half of the original friend group just like doesn't like me anymore. and it just sucks. And I was just talking about this with my friend, because like he actually also temporarily didn't like me after I like ditched essentially. But like he said like time healed all wounds, I guess, for him. And like when I moved to Oregon, and I remember messaging him. This is actually like a standout moment from like the beginning of my college experience, honestly, because like he was already in Oregon, and then when I moved in with him, when I moved into Oregon, I like nervously like messaged him and like, hey, I'm in Oregon right now, and if you wanna like talk slash hang out or something, then I'm down. I understand if you don't want to hang out with me anymore, or if you don't like me anymore. And after I sent that text, he called me, and he was actually like excited to see me, and that it meant a lot, man. It really did. And it's just like I finally felt like, okay, at least one person forgives me, and we're still friends now, and we're gonna live together soon, which is really exciting. I should probably practice this level, man. It gets crazy. But it's just sad. It's just still sad, because like the friend group is still pretty fractured. Because like it's still like pretty much the same, and just I'm not in it anymore. But it's also like the aspect of they're literally split across like an ocean, and also the friend that's here, and there's another friend that's also here, who I've also talked with, and I've also hung out with him since, and he like forgave me too, which was really nice. But yeah, been talking with the friend that I'm rooming with, and it was just like, yeah, I don't really hang out with him anymore either. And like, it was just like, damn, we don't really have any friends from Hawaii anymore. And yeah, it just sucks. It really sucks. I think about it a lot. Like, I've thought about trying to reconcile with everybody, but it's just hard. It's just, I know I probably just should do it, but it's just like awkward, you know? So yeah, it's just like, it's just sad. It's just really sad. And like I mean I'm just, it just makes me really grateful for the friends that have like forgiven me, and the friends that I've made in college as well. They're all like goated. I just wish I could. I just wish that I lived in a more perfect world, I guess. I guess it just turned out that like we're more friends of circumstance than friends of like, I don't know what the other term is, but it's like friends of circumstance versus friends of like actual friends. I mean, we it's just also really sad because we've had a lot of fun together, you know. Some of the most fun I've ever had in my life was like when all of us would like get a hotel room and then we would like spend the weekend together. And like all of that, those were like, that's some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Just like doing that, and the fact that I'll probably never have that again with those people. It just sucks. But yeah, I'm just like, it just makes me really happy that I have, that honestly, it just makes me really happy that I still have friends. Like, there's definitely a universe where I don't start streaming. And maybe if I don't start streaming, I don't split off from my original friend group, but there's a world where I still like stop hanging out with my old friend group and they start brewing disdain for me, and I don't start streaming, and because of that I'm like traumatized, so I don't socialize in college and I'm just like lonely and depressed. But like, I'm glad that's not me, and it will not ever be me. And I'm just like a friend that is rooming with me, if you're watching, and you might be, honestly. We got to talking, and then I brought up this YouTube channel, and then it's like, oh, I'll sub. So, and he's like, he's watched a few videos of mine too. So, if you're watching this, I really appreciate you, man. Dude, I'm actually like, I'm not like tearing up or anything, but I definitely feel like raw right now. But yeah, that's just been what's on my mind recently. Honestly, anybody who's watching this right now and like enjoying it, hopefully. It's been pretty depressing this recent conversation has been pretty depressing, but I'm still too awkward to say it to your face, but I really appreciate you. Thank you for being my friend. I'm very scared of like what could have been. But it's also like not that there's not too much point in thinking about that stuff. And the other way around too, like thinking about what could have been if I had just not been as I would have not ditched. It's just like I've thought about it a lot. And like, dude, losing friends just sucks, and I don't want to ever go through that ever again. So like, I'm gonna do my best to be there for everyone. Dude, there's a universe where I'm crying right now, honestly. This is like the most emotional I've ever gotten. But hey, I've gone through a lot of development recently, so hopefully I can be goated. I think everyone strives to be goated, but yeah, I just strive to be the GOAT. I want to be the GOAT in somebody's life. Dude, I'm so bad. I don't know how to transition out of this, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have no idea how to transition out of this. I've been put in a heavy, I've brought up a heavy thing, and now in wanting to get out, I don't know how. Dude, what is this level, bro? I've been watching a lot of anime girl streamers recently. You know what? Fuck it. We're going down this road. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Cure recently, which is a VTuber fan game about Hololive, where it's like a Vampire Survivors kind of game, but it's also like really distinct. It's very distinct from Vampire Survivors, because like it's you play as like every single like VTuber character, and like every character has their own skills and their own like special attacks and everything, and it's just like it's just such a cool game, and it's also free. And I've seen like it has made otherwise completely uninterested people peek into the rabbit hole. Because it's just a really good game, and like the music bangs. Like if you really like either Hololive or Vampire Survivors, I would recommend the game. I would recommend giving the game a shot. Because my one problem with Vampire Survivors is that like once you replay it enough, there wasn't enough variety in like the items and everything to make it interesting once you've like unlocked everything. But HoloCure HoloCure has like so many characters already. It has like, I want to say like 32 or so characters, as opposed to they probably they probably added a lot to Vampire Survivors since I stopped playing, which I kind of want to return back to Vampire Survivors, because I kind of want to see how it compares to HoloCure now, but it's just like it's such a good game, and it hasn't run into the same problem that Vampire Survivors has, at least not yet. But I mean, the game has the equivalent of a dead god, which is like all achievements unlocked, an achievement for unlocking all achievements. So that's another reason why I haven't really been playing Isaac lately, besides my hate for Jacob and Esau. This HoloCure is just so good. Just like trying all the different characters is really cool. And just like being a VTuber fan is really cool, because like there's so much attention to detail put into like all the references and everything. Like the enemy designs and like the names of the items and like the collabs, which are like evolution, like weapon evolutions in Vampire Survivors, except instead of a weapon and an item, it's two weapons together. And it's just it's just so cool, man. And it has a completely separate thing, unlike Vampire Survivors, where it's like it just has like a bunch of mini games. Like there's a fishing mini game, there's a farming mini game, there's like a mini game where you like manage like workers like And I've heard in a future update they're gonna add a casino as well, so it's just like... It's just so good. I don't know. Being Leonardo DiCaprio in that one gif where he like points at the TV with all the references is pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to lately. I've just been like DJ moding YouTube, driving, hanging out with cousins, and grinding Hollow Cure. And I mean, hey, if you're interested, I would be down to record Hollow Cure content. The only reason why I haven't yet is because nobody that watches me is VTuber filled. So that's why I haven't yet. I mean, it's why I haven't. I remember really enjoying recording the one Vampire Survivors video on this channel, but no one plays Vampire Survivors, so there's like no point. And because I make all of my content for the people watching, so there's like no point. I might stream it at some point, but that's like another thing. And I guess another thing I can talk about is a new game that I got into. I haven't played it since I haven't played it since my first session, but I really like it so far. It's Stardew Valley. It's like a farming simulator, but also like it has like romance elements where you like pick someone to marry. I know you pick someone to marry at some point, and there's also fishing, and it's like it's literally Vinland Saga Simulator. Like the story is you get tired of your corporate job, and so you like move away to like your grandpa's old farm and just start a new life there. Like, of course it's not actually exactly like Vinland Saga, but you know what I mean. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a fun game. I haven't played it since, but I will definitely be playing more of it. And in a hypothetical, like, super long stream that I could do before I leave for college again, I could maybe stream some of it. I've been cooking up an idea for a 12-hour stream. Because if I did a 24-hour stream, that would be irresponsible. If I did a 24-hour stream, there would be a not insignificant chance that I would like miss my flight. So, I'm not a 24-hour stream, but like I would be probably down to do a 12-hour stream. And I've already thought of like segments I could do. I could do a Terraria segment. I could do a Celeste segment. I could do an Isaac segment. I could do a maybe Stardew Valley segment. A maybe Hollow Cure segment. Maybe some GD as well. Um, and like another game that I don't know if I ever talked about, but it's like a cooking game that I might also make a video on, just to like prepare you for what might come up in the stream. But like I got some ideas, and there might be like the last 24-hour stream, there might be like a cooking segment where I like cook dinner or something like that, or like there might be a segment where I just go XQC gremlin mode and just like react to videos without saying anything. I'm cooking up some ideas. I won't make any promises. I still might not even do it, but like I think it would be fun. Cause like I mean the 24-hour stream that I did was one of the most fun streams I probably ever did. So to do another one would be pretty cool, in my opinion. Maybe it would be like a noon to midnight kind of thing. And I would also probably do some highlights of it too. So you know that could be in the future, in the near future. But again, I don't know. I truly do not know. I could also maybe like bust out the capture card and play some games on the Switch, or like play a co-op game with like my brother or something. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things that I can do. Very exciting times to be a content creator, and since I will be in my own apartment, I would have to talk about this. I would have to communicate this properly with my roommate. But I could maybe do some 24-hour streams when I'm in Oregon. There's no promises ever here, but it's more possible than ever before. Like the only reason why I was able to do long streams before was because my parents were away. So it might, this dude, living on my own, like not on my own, but like having my own room and my own apartment will be really cool for content. Probably. Because it's just, I have a lot more freedom. A lot more freedom to stream. A lot more freedom to record videos as well. This first semester of my second year will probably be a really good opportunity for me in general. It will either I will either not stream at all or make any content, or I will find a nice balance between school, work, and streaming, and like college friends, which is like it seems impossible. It seems impossible, but like, dude, technical juggled like theater, baseball, and school, and being like a top GD player and an active streamer. So if he can do it, I can do it. But also, university is why technical also doesn't really post anymore. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But yeah, great episode. I hope I didn't like make you too sad. I hope I don't make you too sad for like 30 minutes of this video, but it's just stuff that's been on my mind recently, and like stuff that has happened recently. So, what is the series if not me talking about what happened in my life recently? But, anyways, I hope you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. I've been Remblob. I will try to get some sleep, and I'll see you next time.